Hello dear students, welcome to House of English for online classes with me Raksha Soni, PGT English. Moving ahead with our understanding of the second poem, An Elementary School Classroom in a Slum by Stephen Spender. Today in this video, I am going to take up the third stanza. I will explain you what the poet wants to convey through the third stanza and will also discuss on its poetic devices. Let us read the third stanza once again. Surely Shakespeare is wicked, the map a bad example, with ships and sun and love tempting them to steal, for lives that slyly turn in their cramped holes, from fog to endless night. On the slag heap these children wear skin peeped through by bones and spectacles of steel with mended glass like bottle bits on stones. All of their time and space are foggy slum, so blot their maps with slums as big as dome. Before the explanation, let us give a quick look at the meaning of some difficult words which will help you to understand the poem better.
The first word is wicked, which means evil or morally wrong. Second word, tempting, attracting someone even if wrong or unwise. Third word, slyly, which means in a cunning manner. Cramped is the fourth word, meaning uncomfortably small or restricted. Fifth word, slag heap, which means an area of refuse from a mine or industrial site. The next word is blot, which means a dark mark or a thing that marks the appearance of something. And the last word is doom, which means death.
Now let us start with our understanding to the third stanza. After sympathetically describing the physical appearance of the children in the first stanza, the classroom and the contents of the classroom in the second stanza, the tone of the poet changes from sympathy to bitterness in the third stanza. And he calls Shakespeare wicked and considers map a bad example. There are various reasons why he considers Shakespeare wicked, or there are various interpretations we could make out why the poet considers Shakespeare wicked. The first is Shakespeare, a classical writer, a symbol of knowledge, is far-fetched to them. To read Shakespeare's work, one needs to be highly educated. And in the present situation, to get an opportunity to acquire higher education is flimsy in the case of these slum children. Secondly, Shakespeare's work has always revolved around royalty and nobles. He has never mentioned about the plight of poor people in his work. Third reason is that after reading Shakespeare's work, these children might be tempted to steal or might be tempted to commit crimes in order to live lavishly like the characters of Shakespeare. The poet considers the map a bad example because the map gives them an idea of the world beyond the slum. This map also exposes them to the wonderful aspects of world like ships, sun and love. These things are rare and unlikely for the slum children. And so the poet strongly condemned these two pictures as they intend to tempt them to steal and drag them into a world of crime. Through the line, for lives that slyly turn in their cramped holes from fog to endless night, the poet once again discusses on the living condition of these children. He says that their lives revolve endlessly around these cramped holes. By cramped holes, he means that their houses are very small and uncomfortable to live in. He uses the phrase from fog to endless night to tell the reader that their life always moves from bad to worse, from dullness to hopelessness. The poetic device used here in this line is a metaphor where the poet compares the houses of these children with cramped holes. The poet continues to describe the physical appearance of these children and compares their bodies to slag heaps or wasted material. He says that these children are so malnourished that bones appear to peep out through their emaciated or weak bodies. Further, he says that the simple belongings such as their spectacles are mended or repaired, or they might be using the discarded items of the rich. The poet, by using the terms spectacles of steel with mended glass like bottle bits on stone, wants to reflect upon the broken hopes of their lives and also wants the readers to visualize the state of poverty that these children live in. The poetic devices used in the above line are metaphor and simile. The poet uses metaphor when he compares the bodies of these children to slag heaps, and simile when he says that the glass of the spectacle are broken like bottle bits. In the second last line of the stanza, the poet laments about the future of these children. He sounds worried when he says that all their time and space are foggy slum. By time and space, he means their entire life. And fog means unclear future. He repeats the term fog to show that how their life remain uncertain in the slum. Finally, in the last line of the stanza, the poet declares angrily that since all the time and space are foggy slum, these maps that hung in the classroom should be tarnished, blotted or covered with the slums, because most of the children would end up their lives struggling with the hardships of the slum life and will never get an opportunity to go beyond the slum. Their struggle, which starts from their birth, continues till their death. The poetic device used here is a simile as big as doom, where the poet wants to show that their struggle continues till death.